Sul, hello, and Lavis! Welcome to another episode of the Payne Family Ultimate Decades Challenge, where we are starting the year 1332 with Darius's household. There's a couple of reasons for this. One is that it is Lucas's birthday to a toddler. It's technically tomorrow, but tomorrow's really full of birthdays and events, so we're going to do it now because today's a little bit lighter in terms of events. And also because I don't know why I didn't bring up or reference all of the other stuff last episode, but my gateway hobby to the Middle Ages in terms of research was disease. In fact, it was exactly the podcast, This Podcast Will Kill You, and very specifically their episode on cholera. So I already had a ton of research about tuberculosis in this time period, as well as other historical ailments that for whatever reason I neglected to use last episode when we were talking about Darius' situation, but it's okay. I've expanded on it. I've learned a bit more, and so I'm ready to talk about tuberculosis with you now. However, as a trigger warning, this topic is pretty grisly and has some kind of disgusting details, so if you don't want to learn about it or it's gonna really gross you out or panic you, please skip ahead to the next chapter. It'll be indicated below. For this section, all the sources used will be listed under the tuberculosis section because I'm going to be pulling from all of them throughout. So, tuberculosis existed in the past, dating all the way back. It was called phthisis by the Greeks, which translates to wasting away, which, as we know, is kind of what tuberculosis looks like as it goes on in the body. The oldest evidence of tuberculosis comes from Egyptian mummies that date to 4700 BC, but a Peruvian mummy also shows the presence of TB dating back about 1,000 years, which is before the European invasion of the Americas. It's unknown if this was a zoonotic disease, meaning that it transmitted from an animal to a human, because it's likely that tuberculosis evolved from a cattle bacteria, or if it arrived in the Americas with the early migrants there, but it shows that it existed and wasn't brought over on the big European wave that'll come in the future. Tuberculosis is really contagious and terrifying because, unlike a lot of diseases, it has a special skill of being able to hang out in the air and wait. So if an infected person coughs, the bacteria comes out with the respiratory droplets that come with coughing and wait in the air for the next person to come into the room, at which point, if they breathe the same air as what was coughed into the room, they can get infected. Although the upside is that there's only a 5 to 15% chance of developing the disease when exposed if you have a healthy immune system. But the counter side of that is that it can live in your body, biding its time, multiplying, and wait for your immune system to be compromised, at which point tuberculosis can go from being latent in your body to being active, which is when you have full-blown tuberculosis. Without treatment, but with a strong immune system, the mortality rate is about 45% to 50%. Whereas without treatment and also having a compromised immune system, the mortality rate is almost 100%. At this point in time that our Sims are at, it mostly affected poor town dwellers because those were the people living in close proximity to other people with worse sanitary conditions by comparison to the mostly agricultural societies that most of our families live in. However, war, it's a great place for disease transmission. So that's why Darius might not have been exposed to tuberculosis until he went off to war. Names for it in the past included the White Plague, consumption, as we know, or the King's Evil. Although the King's Evil, which can also be called scrofula in historical texts, was a specific type of extrapulmonary tuberculosis, which is when the tuberculosis decides to live and grow in places that are not your lungs. So this could include places like your skin, your bloodstream, which is really gross, or your central nervous system, which is absolutely terrifying. It's pretty rare for this to happen, but it's possible. The King's Evil, which is the specific medieval one that comes up a lot, affected the lymph glands of the neck, causing them to swell rather than the lungs, and this would lead to the appearance of a persistent painful swelling on the neck, where the skin over the growth would become purple and eventually break, leaving open sores. This is the form that seems, in my perspective, to most closely be connected to leprosy, which is from the same genus as tuberculosis. The interesting thing is that the reason why it was called the King's Evil is because the recommended treatment called for you to go and visit your local monarch, kneel at their feet, and have the monarch touch the sore or affected areas while a priest said a prayer. In England during the 14th century, there was even a super special ceremony to help this along, where the monarch would wash the diseased person's feet and give them a touch piece to take with them, often performed at important religious holidays. After whichever cure your monarch provided, you'd usually be able to hang out in their castle and have your food and bedding provided. So people would get better for a little while until they had to return home to their original work and poor food conditions, at which point they wouldn't be as rested or cared for and their stronger symptoms would return. So it would appear like that ceremony had helped, even though it hadn't completely. I guess Henry Tudor thought this was pretty gross because he gave up this kind of ceremony in the 15th century, but across Europe as a whole it continued. In fact, the last royal touch was performed in 1886, which is really not that long ago if you think about it. Tuberculosis wasn't a crazy threat in terms of becoming an epidemic for a long time because people lived in agrarian society, so it didn't have as much chance of jumping around, but it's going to become an absolute terror in the Industrial Revolution. And by absolute terror, I mean that it's estimated that in 1850, 75 to 90% of everyone alive in the entire world had tuberculosis bacteria existing in them. It wasn't believed that tuberculosis was contagious. Instead, it was thought that things like an inherited disposition or unhealthy or, immoral living, or as time went on, possibly playing instruments too frequently or riding horses too often in childhood or having a weak heart were what led to the disease. And for the really scary part, while we might think of tuberculosis as a disease of the past, that isn't really true. In 2016, 10.4 million people worldwide died of it. It does affect children and immunocompromised people at a much higher level because their bodies can't contain it and fight it as well as people with fully developed or healthy immune systems can. So in the case of Darius's family, the children are at a greater risk, but I've decided that we're going to do an equal role for everyone. So in light of all of that, Darius has to flip a coin to see if he'll survive, due to the fact that the treatment for tuberculosis is still several hundred years away, and the untreated mortality rate is 45 to 50%. Basically, heads he survives, tails he doesn't. First one doesn't count. Heads he survives. Okay. Ooh, he fought it off and he said, you know what? I'm living today. However, we also have to ask ourselves, is it going to spread? So the family he lives with in close quarters have to roll a d20, where the numbers 3 and 8 are deadly, because that's a 10% chance of mortality, which is the average of 5 to 15% of chance. For Isabel, she's fine. She cut it close, but she's fine. What about for Amelia? Okay, she's fine. And Joris? Joris is fine. And Lucas? Oh, geez Louise. What about Camille? Okay, so the only one who got it was Lucas and... Oh gosh. So for Lucas, we're going to flip a coin. Heads he lives, tails he doesn't. Oh, okay, so Lucas isn't going to make it. Dang it, this was his birthday today too. Well, I guess he's not going to be surviving his birthday after all. Oh my gosh. Oh no. But it is like the game is playing along with us. Everyone's nauseous and sick, you know? Okay, you're gonna notice that the times are different here than they originally were, and that's because at some point during the entire recording for the last half year, I got confused and accidentally ended up getting Joris instead of Lucas. Lucas escaped, so I'm trying to fix that because I realized that in editing. So now Lucas is the one that we're going to try to plead for because I feel like it's only fair to be able to plead for our family members. So I'm just here trying to get them back to the state that they were in so that we can, you know, try and save our son. Okay, buddy, you're up. Consumptive Darius, you're up. Go ahead and get over here. Come on, Grim, please. Please, Grim. No. 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 Oh, no. Grim, no. Dang it. Grim's been mean lately. He hasn't been saving anybody. Grim, I'm not gonna forget this, man. On the upside, Yoris, who wasn't the one who failed, is fine. On the downside, Seamus's only legitimate child is now deceased. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, there you have it. That's that. Dang, dude. Oh my gosh, Black Hen too? Well, Black Hen, that's okay. We're not so fussed about you. I don't know where to put this. Well, I guess on that rather depressing note, I mean, we've got an upside and a downside. We'll hop over to the Payne family because we have some things to take care of. Bye, Grim. But let me know what you think about that way of managing sort of the sickness. I'm still not 100% sure how I feel about it, so let me know what you think. Okay, so here we are with the main Paynes. And something that's very exciting that happened is that I had them fishing this morning before we left for the Lithuanian family. And both Esmond and Knox caught a salmon, which is what we needed to be able to give to the Earl of Lancaster. So that's really, Earl of Lancaster. It's just such a habit, you know, to be able to give to Henry of Grosmont. So that's really exciting. But we've got a few chores to do around here, so we're gonna get that going. And then other than that, today is Alice's birthday. So today is Alice's birthday and everyone's going to be cleaning. But Alice, you're going to have your child age up. Oh, it's very exciting. Oh, Alice, it's your birthday, little bud. Oh, Heidi, what is happening with your hands? Heidi, can you please go ahead and actually make us some pantry foods of, oh, no, not pantry foods. Make us some produce of butter that flies off the shelves. Just flies off the shelves. Everyone needs some butter. Go, Alice, go. Whee! Alice is a dog lover. How interesting. Okay, and what will her aspiration be? First one doesn't count. 7. Slumber party animal. Wow, very exciting. Oh dear. Alice, you look very odd, my friend. Go ahead and grab a serving. There's only one left, so I guess it's gonna be yours. Graham, is there anything useful you can do? Oh, maybe like take care of these guys. I wish the bigger kids could potty train their younger siblings, but I don't think they can. I've tried multiple times. Can you take shapes to your brother? And then what else? Oh yeah, so we need to open the shop because we want to sell everything before we go. It's an everything must go kind of sale. You guys have all finished your little chores. You can go and... Hey! Oh, jerks. You can go ahead and grab some food. Not you, you've just eaten. As for you, Alice, golly, we've got to get you in Cass. Hey, nice. Thanks, everyone. Oh, Agnes, thank you so much. But we got a golden egg. Oh my gosh, you guys know what that means, don't you? And I forgot to check what their finances were like at the start of this. So later when I calculate their finances, it'll be applied for the start of the next episode just because I've forgotten. Okay, now, Winifred, why are you so sad? Oh, you're tired? Okay, let's go ahead and trot here. You know, something that doesn't make sense to me about the horses is why children can't, like, brush them. You know, it seems like they should be able to brush the horses. Just makes sense, you know? And at this point, I'm probably going to be doing stuff off camera. So I will see you in the morning when it's the next day. Okay, we're gonna put Alice in Cass and make her look a little bit less crazy and see is she gonna make it. Okay, so for Alice to survive, she cannot roll the numbers 3, 9, or 19. The first one doesn't count, thank goodness. Ooh, Alice is totally fine, and it does seem like she might be having some issues with her sight because she did have glasses on at least 3 of her outfits. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna make it in, but I had Esmond come and meet Henry of Grosmont. Because we have to get to know him. We have to become friends with him, actually. And Esmond did a polite introduction. They got off really well. I think they might actually already be friends, which would really help us along with getting out of serfdom. But what's really odd is that Henry of Grosmont's just gone ahead and said, you know what, Esmond, why don't you have a nice hand massage? Actually, I mean, it is pretty well recorded that Henry of Grosmont was like, he really liked, he thought common people smelled, but he really liked them. They really liked him, so I guess that's that. But this wasn't quite the turn I was expecting. Hey, listen, buddy, I don't think that you should complain. Ah! Henry's like, listen. Listen. Look and listen. So yeah, they've got a pretty good... Oh, growing closer from quality time. They've got a pretty good... Oh, they are friends. Well, there you have it. They've got bad compatibility. Compatibility, some might say. They are friends, so I guess we'll send him home, and then tomorrow we'll get somebody who's literate to send for Gree to see if she can come and, you know, help us out. Okay, well, if we're already friends, let's get out of here. And I'll see everyone in the morning. Okay, here we are at the Brewers. It is the second day of 1332. It is Wednesday, and we've got 3 birthdays here today because we've got Annie becoming a Todd. This was technically yesterday, so she is about to do it without us if we don't hurry up. So we're going to have that going on. We've also got Alaric aging up to an infant, which won't have a role. And we've also got Arthur aging up to... Oh, that's right. He's a picky eater. Don't worry, buddy. Oh, I don't think anybody's carrying you, kid. But yeah, it's going to be his birthday to a child. So will you please help Arthur blow out his candles? Oh my gosh, he's such a cute kid. Cute, cute. Oh, wee. He's a good sim. Oh, that's so cute. What is your aspiration, my dude? First one never counts. It is number 7, slumber party animal. Everyone's a slumber party animal. So number 7, slumber party animal. There we go, my dude. And then why don't you go to the bathroom? Annie, that's great. I appreciate that you're taking care of your kiddo, but can you go age up Annie? Oh my gosh, and Elizabeth is pregnant again. I think she'll give birth in maybe 2 days. It's her 2nd trimester in 21 hours, so, oh. Wee! Up she goes. Independent! The best kind of toddler. Heck yeah, dude. Then after that, last is gonna be little Alaric. Wow. Bathrooms. Just sitting here. Okay. You can do that. You can warm yourself since it's kind of the goal for today. Why don't you come down here and... Okay, don't... And a lark aged up to be calm. Wow, they've got such good babies. They've got a good son. They've got an independent toddler who really has to go to the bathroom. They've got a calm infant. Do you mind bouncing him and feeding him? Because... No, I really need you to do the things I asked. Sure, Aiken the Third loves silly behavior. That's totally okay. Would you mind going and warming yourself? And Elizabeth, I really... Oh, I understand. Yeah. Forgot that the infant was going to be the one causing the trouble, but oh, he's come out with green eyes. Oh, what a nice boy. Okay, yikes. Okay, let's get them in CAS and see if they're gonna make it. Arthur cannot roll the numbers 3, 9, or 19, so? He's fine! Annie cannot roll the numbers 4, 8, 12, or 16. She is fine! Excellent, the Brewers are fine. Okay. How exciting! Everything's going so well here. Oh my goodness. And I think that, unless I'm mistaken, I think he's gonna age up very soon. Aiken the Third? Yeah, in 5 days, at the very start of next year. But wow, look at these guys. Aiken must be so happy. Elizabeth's handing over Alaric to her father. Oh, good job, baby. Oh, she's unhappy about having a new sibling? Wow, yeah. I feel you, my dude. Oh, Aiken and Arthur are good friends, and so is Alexander. Oh, best buddies. Oh, cute. I guess we'll go ahead and leave these guys here. Their family's just kind of, you know, going on and doing its thing and being cool, and we'll go ahead and pop over back to the main household because there are some things that I would like to accomplish today so that we can be set up to escape serfdom later. Oh wow, it's terrible weather. Okay. 1 second. Oh, Huxley! And Lena. I thought I closed... Oh my goodness. You guys, look at how pregnant Lena is. Also, look at this pose. Very strange. Your hands are going the wrong way there, buddy. Whatever. Thought that I'd closed the store before I left, but I guess I must have left it open. You can see that it's been pretty successful. We've got 90,435 currently. It's getting a bit wackadoo in here. As for you, what are you doing? Just staring at your son? Well, okay, fair enough. Can you please resume that hoop? As for you, little buddy, why don't you go ahead and stack these? And Heidi, I appreciate that you want to make some cross stitches, but this place is a real wreck. I'm gonna need you to... Where are you? Why would you sit there? Why don't you go sit here? No, you want to sit there? Okay, you do you, bud. Oh, a knight. Hey guys, you could, like, buy stuff. Huxley, what are you doing? Oh, you're hanging out. You've come to hang out with us. Aw, cute. No? You don't want to purchase anything, Panya? Are you sure? Are you sure? We've got some good stuff here. It's not even that expensive. I mean, honestly, what's left is our measly stuff. The medium-priced stuff. Okay, that one's pretty good. Would you stop going over there? Jeez. Okay. No, Itis, I can't come over. Oh my gosh, everything is happening here. Thank you for buying our nectar, Agatha. Oh, dear. Hey, thanks, Anya. What's this? No, please don't. You can slide down when you're done, because that's always fun. Who doesn't like sliding down? I'll throw this stuff away. Did you finish everything I told you to? Doesn't seem like it. Can you please do the things I asked? Thank you. Maybe clean a bit. No, can't. Okay. Is anything need us? Honestly, we're not going to be able to keep our plants when we go anyways, because they're not technically ours, so I haven't really been focusing on keeping them up. Basically just been like, you live, you die, you die. Oops, sorry, I meant to answer that. Can you please make a meal for everyone? Wait, why are... Potato. Oh. Okay, Heidi, I need you to go get some stuff, some supplies. I don't know why you're sitting out here, kid. There's a hole inside that you could be sitting in, but whatever. Why don't you talk to your brother and your sister? Blow some horns. I don't know, tell an outrageous story. Inside joke. Oh, thank you, whoever just bought that. Eileen. It's one of Summerled's kids. Oh, why don't you go warm yourself and then you want to hang out with Mr. Grosmont? We can do that. We can invite him over. Oh no, I needed potatoes, Heidi. Potatoes. Esmond, you wanted to chat with Henry, so why don't you come over here and... Oh my goodness. Alice, do not be sassy to him. I don't know. We're kind of just hanging out here, trying to sell our stuff. And then once that is done, are you two ever going to finish this stuff? No. Clean, collect, give food, you know, the normal stuff. Smother them with love, tell them you love them. Joke about egg laying, who's calling us. Yeah, I'd love to join Surf Ladies, thanks. Who... Someone stole from us again. We're getting stolen from so much. Ugh. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting around for things to get going. We need some potatoes to be able to finish the venison steak, but we don't currently have that, so what can you do? Can you please go clean and feed and take care of Daisy for us? She's been trapped inside all day due to the thunderstorm. And Heidi, can you please stop talking to your children so that you can make this food? Because we've been waiting for what feels like a million years, you know? And sure, Henry, you can take all of our plants. That's fine. The night's back again. Well, you know, you do you, buddy. I'm gonna have to go to Oshira's house soon because it was Yelü's birthday yesterday, so we're... Well, but Oshira's probably going to go into labor today, so that's why I wanted to wait, but I'm gonna have to go soon, regardless of if we get the pop-up or not. We'll leave these guys here, and I'll see you when we get to Lithuania for Oshira and Yelü both having an event happen. Does anybody here have good cooking skill? Not you. Do you have any cooking skill? 0. Excellent. Okay. Well, we'll have to cook the normal cake then, because it doesn't require any cooking skill. Just pretend. You've got a broom, right? No. Do you have a broom? Nobody's got a broom. Well, okie dokie. Hey, thanks for taking care of these guys. It's really nice of you. So Oshira, you're in... Oh, question mark, question mark. Okie dokie. I guess we'll just have to stay with her until we find out what's going on. Yeah, you can like gardening, my friend. So it's his birthday today. Oh yeah, he's in the bubbly. So let's hope that we can get to him before he does it autonomously so that he doesn't get, you know, upset or anything. But if he does, he does. There's nothing we can do. And Oshira should be giving birth today. Let's hope. Oh dear. Why are you bitter towards her? Oh, stupid. Oh my gosh. Oshira and Yelü. Oshira just started yelling at him for no reason, and now I have a difficult family dynamic. What a terrible time to have taken a drink of my water. My goodness. Guys. This wasn't supposed to be the relationship that you had. Go ahead and add some birthday candles. And then make a wish before you age up forgotten, and that adds to your hurt sentiment. Oh. Oh my gosh, and Oshra is in labor. Okay. He has aged up to be neat. Okay. That kind of fits for him. He wants to be a best-selling author. And can you add some birthday candles to that? And Oshra, my dude, you are in labor, so I guess we're going to have quite a few. No, we're not going to sleep in the bunk bed. Then Oshra. It's you, my friend.
No, boo. Ooh. Scoofa.
Okay, baby is here, and it's another girl. Oh, cute. Okay, give me a second to find a name. So for Yelü to survive, he cannot roll the numbers 3, 6, 11, 13, or 18. Oh no, he rolled an 11. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh no, this is bad. For the baby to survive, she cannot roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. Oshra is protected from pregnancy risk. So the first one doesn't count. So for baby... Dang it! The baby didn't make it. I'm giving it a random name. Oh my god, this has taken a dark turn of events here. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I am like truly becoming quite panicked about this. I'm truly becoming quite panicked about everything. Oh no, I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry, Oshra. I'm so sorry, Yelü. Things are not going well here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Not only that, but that's not even... Okay, so in addition, we were talking, there's a lot of things going on in Lithuania. There's nothing specific happening this year, but there are a lot of things going on in Lithuania that are, oh my gosh, why? So yeah, not only that, but there's like a lot of things going on in Lithuania that are not, oh my goodness, I'm freaked out. So there's nothing specific happening in Lithuania this year, except for the fact that there's a ton of fighting going on all around them about borders and about land. And so Lithuania is surrounded on 3 sides by 3 separate armies. There's the Sword Brothers to their north, there's the Teutonic Order to their side, and they're fighting with the Mongolians' Golden Horde for territory, and they're going through rapid periods of expansion for territorially. But this means that the Golden Horde is also launching counterattacks and counter raids. So it was kind of spoken that we might need to try sort of like the home raid idea out. Nobody's going to conflict this year, but we're going to see what happens if there's potentially a raid going on in the area. Basically, in this case, what we're thinking is that of a D10, a roll of 4 means there's a consequence. So this is true for all of the families in Lithuania, since they're all penned in on all sides. So that would be Oshra and Yelü, as well as Darius's home, as well as Vilkas's home. So let's see if anything happens to any of them. For Oshra and Yelü's house? No. For Darius's house? No. And for Vilkas's house? A consequence. Oh no. Yikes. Okay, and then there are 10 possible, well, that's not true. There's technically like 18 possible outcomes for what could happen, but I'm going to use a D10 because they're kind of sorted into different categories. So for a D10 again, what is the consequence going to be at Vilkas's house? And this is really scary because Vilkas isn't here right now. Number 2. I guess we'll have to see what happens at the little sequence at the end. So on the one hand, things are really looking up for the main family. They're getting super close to being free of serfdom. They're going to send for Gree, and she's going to come and help them buy their way out of serfdom. The Brewers are having a run of good luck after having quite a lot of time where it was all bad luck. But the Lithuanian families are not doing great. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the second half of 1332. And as always, leave your comments below. Thanks for watching, everyone, and bye-bye. Oh, shoot, and Lena has just gone into labor, so I'm going to go over and deal with that. Okay, so here she comes. Old Lena having a baby. Her autonomously created baby with Vilkas. Oh, Lena. Lena, let it be a... Oh, ready? Oh my gosh. A boy! Yes! 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 Yes, because we never passed on the name Vilkas. Or at least the kid didn't survive if we did. So, we're gonna have a second Vilkas. Yes! Well, I hope we're gonna have a second Vilkas. I shouldn't have said that. Now I'm pretty sure that we're cursed. Okay, well, okay. For Lena to survive the birth, she cannot roll the numbers 1 or 11. She's fine. For baby Vilkas to survive, he cannot roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. No. Okay, fine. Well, that's a bummer. Honestly, I'm really bummed that this baby isn't gonna make it. Grim, what are you doing here? Grim, actually, that reminds me. At the last episode, Grim and Sophia seemed to be forging a relationship, so I'm not sure if he's here to hang out with her. Thought it was interesting, because, I don't know, just as interesting. But it looks like she's trying to... No, she's not trying to talk to him. Maybe she is trying to talk to him. No? I don't know. I don't know what Grim is doing here. I really don't. He's like saying howdy. Yeah, go ahead and talk to him, I guess. It's very eerie. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, flirt. So she's got a burgeoning relationship with him. Oh, he's leaving. Okay. But yeah, this baby's not gonna make it. I hope that you've enjoyed this part. I'll see you in the second half of 1332. Bye-bye, everyone.